Hey YouTube, it's TheHawkinator here. I have not made a video in a very long time, and I felt like I should probably put a video up. And the reason I haven't put a video up lately is not because like I've been busy or um, lack of ideas or anything. Frankly, it's just because I've been lazy and haven't really put a video up. And it kind of sucks trying to put a video up when it takes like 9 hours or so to upload the video. So I'm going to show you my updated scrap deck that I've been playing this format. This isn't what I started out playing the format with. I did have a video, but I never uploaded that one. It was a build that was previous in that. It was the build that I took to Maplewood Regionals, which I went 5-3 there. It's kind of a late tournament report, but I went 5-3 at Maplewood with my scrap deck, and it kind of opened my eyes to little things in the format that are going on that weren't as I expected them to be. So I made a few changes to the deck, particularly like I think 4 cards, and I'm going to show that right now and talk about the deck, talk about the future. So the main deck is 3 scrap Chimera, 3 scrap Beast, 1 scrap Goblin, 1 scrap Golem, 3 Reborn Tengu, 2 Gravekeeper Spy, 1 Summoner Monk, 1 Sangan, 2 Effect Veiler. Spells we run triple Scrap Storm, triple Scrap Yard, triple Pot of Duality, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole. For the traps we run 2 Solemn Warning, 1 Solemn Judgment, 2 Call of the Haunted, 1 Torrential Tribute, 2 Fiendish Chain, 1 Trap Death Shoot, and 1 Starlight Road. The deck is actually pretty basic. I've actually kind of simplified the deck. I took out a lot of the just like one of combo pieces that I had and just put in more consistent cards. Hence I'm running triple Scrapyard and triple Pot of Duality now. Obviously the biggest change of the format is Heavy Storm coming back, I think. I really did not like that. I really think Heavy Storm should be banned. I am a anti-Heavy Storm player, but you know, you gotta live with what Konami did. So Heavy Storm's back, and I just gotta kind of adapt. So that's one thing about the format. I'm only playing 2 Mystical Space Typhoon because I have the other one on the side, which by the way should probably show the side deck in a little bit. But 2 Mystical Space Typhoon I think is the ideal number. A lot of people only play 1 or only play 3 or 1. You know, I haven't really seen a whole lot of people with 2, but I think 2 is good. It's just what I played last format. Traps, I guess I kind of went spells, traps, and monsters. This is pretty much this trap lineup for me has not changed throughout the format. This is what I started off with, and actually no, this is not what I started off with. A Mind Crush instead of a Torrential Tribute, but from my results of the format, I really like Torrential Tribute because there's a lot of swarming going on, particularly like agents and tour guide plants and stuff that just runs tour guide. Can go like tour guide into tour guide, and then you can torrential and they lose everything. And then or agents where they can go like Venus, summon a shine ball, summon a shine ball, summon a shine ball, then you can torrential and they lose like all that advantage that they just made. So I really think torrential is very good this format. I normally didn't play it in scraps earlier because it was really only useful when I didn't have Scrap Dragon out on the field. And there are times when you won't have Scrap Dragon on the field and your opponent's going to go off like the plays I just mentioned, and Torrential Tribute will help you. I think these two are 2 staple cards, or 2 staple trap cards now because of the format. Starlight Road hits, it hits Heavy Storm particularly. It also hits Dark Hole, it hits Torrential Tribute, it hits Mirror Force, which I don't play. It hits monster effects like Judgment Dragon and XX Saber High Only. Excuse me. And stuff like that. And I just think it's a very good card, this format. Now that Heavy's back too, it just gave it the extra edge that it needed to be competitive. I guess we're going to the monsters now. The monster lineup really hasn't changed a whole lot. This is more like the version that I topped with. I'm running the regular Sangan searching, where I did Summoner Monk and 2 Effect Veilers. And then I also put in Gravekeeper Spy because Gravekeeper Spy not only helps us use the new Exceed monsters or XYZ monsters, He's just a really good wall with 2000 defense, which is really helpful this format. And so obviously Sangan grabs the Spy, the Summoner Monk, and the Effect Veilers, and also my 1 of Scrap Goblin if I need to. A lot of people I've been seeing have been dropping Scrap Goblins and Scrap Golems, and I really don't think that's a good idea this format. Scrap Goblin is a very good way to go in the level 7s with Reborn Tengu, which is always very nice to have that ability. It may not be the best ability at all times, but it's very nice to be able to go into level 7s with Tengu and Spy. Particularly, you can go an Arcanite Magician with this, and it can get you out of a tight situation by being able to blow up 2 cards in case you don't want to go into like Black Rose and nuke the field. So I really think that's a very good option, just to have the 1 of Goblin, and then you can search it out with your triple Scrapyard. I really don't see why you would want to drop Scrap Golem when we have 2 freaking Call of the Haunteds now and Monster Reborn to abuse the hell out of this guy. And that's how I've been playing the deck now, is I've just been abusing Scrap Golem as much as possible using these double Call of the Haunteds and 2 2 Call of the Haunteds and Monster Reborn. I just really don't see why you wouldn't want to abuse this guy to his fullest potential. And he allows us to go in the Scrap Twin Dragon, which I think is the best Scrap, synchro monster. I've always argued that Scrap Twin Dragon is better than Scrap Dragon, and I really love Scrap Twin Dragon. Being able to use this guy, grab a beast, go in the Scrap Twin, and just keep your loop going. And then you can use double plays. Like you can revive Scrap Golem, revive your Goblin, go in the Scrap Dragon, and then you can like play Call of 100, revive him again, go in the Scrap Twin Dragon, and you can just put massive damage on the field. I don't see why you wouldn't play that guy. So let's kind of slide these cards out of the way, and we'll show the extra deck now. I'm kind of sorry, I am right-handed, so it's a little weird. But yep. Extra deck is pretty standard still. We have 3 Scrap Dragon, 2 Scrap Twin. I guess if I wasn't playing Scrap Golem, God forbid, I would only play 1 of these guys. But get zoomed in a little bit more. Scrap Archfiend. I put Arcanite Magician back in because I took out Scapegoats, as you can see, so I have no really reliable access to the Naturia Synchros. So I put Arcanite Magician back in. Ally of Justice Cataster, Brionac Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Black Rose Dragon, Stardust Dragon, and Trishula. Then we run number 39, Utopia, which is actually a really good card. It's actually a really good card. Like, I'm surprised about how much work this guy does. When Exceeds first came out, I really didn't think I would be using him all that much, but after seeing how much how much work Utopia puts in, that I'm probably going to be including more of the rank 4 XYZ monsters, because it's really cool going Chimera. If you say you already have Scrap Dragon on the field, you can go Chimera and the Beast and then go into a rank 4, which is actually really handy. So right now the only other rank 4 I play is Steel Swarm Roach. This guy is actually pretty handy. I've made him a couple times for a good lockdown. And then lastly we have Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Let's go to the side deck now. And this video is getting pretty long. It's probably going to be a pretty long video. This is only a few of the cards in the side deck. This is what I've been playing currently. We have 2 Thunder King Ryo, 2 Cyber Dragon, that other Mystical Space Typhoon, 2 Closed Forest. I did not side these at Maplewood, and I kind of wish I had. These are definitely going back in the side deck for the Gravekeeper matchup, and the upcoming Dark World matchup. Then we have 2 Chain Disappearance, 2 Debunk, which is becoming increasingly better, and then 2 Royal Decree. Again, I did not side these at Maplewood, but they are going back in. At Maplewood, I got my ass handed to me by Gravekeepers. It was the first time that I ever lost to Gravekeepers at a tournament. Actually, I take that back. I lost to one at Nationals, but it wasn't really Gravekeepers. It was Gravekeepers with Malefics. It was kind of a hybrid. But at Maplewood, I just got wrecked by a Gravekeeper. I was not expecting the deck at all. I thought it was pretty much going to be dead. And it kicked my shit, and I'll just tell you that. So I need to put the Closed Forest and the Road to Crease back in for that. So I think that was only 13 cards there. And the reason I only have 13 is because I'm having trouble deciding which of these I'm going to put in. At Maplewood, I cited Kaiku, which is the boss. I love Kaiku so much that it really put in a whole lot of work. And then King Tiger Wingu, I cited these two, but I never really needed them. The thing is I don't, at Maplewood, I main deck Thunder King Rao. That's kind of what I main deck Thunder King Rao. That was like my little secret tech I was, I guess, trying to go with, like a little scrap stun deal, but it didn't really work out. And so I had both of these in there, and I don't, now that Thunder King Rao went back into the side deck, I don't know which of these guys to take out. So I don't want to play one of each because that just really lowers the consistency of drawing these when you need them the most in that matchup. So testing, we'll have to see which either King Tiger or Kaiku who leaves the side deck. And then now that Dark Worlds are going to become part of the meta, I'm probably going to put in Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, and I'll probably end up taking the Royal Decrees out, because Royal Decrees are really only for the Gravekeeper matchup or decks that set a lot, and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror hits Gravekeepers too, so it would be kind of an even trade-off for that, unless I run across like something like TG Stun that still sets like 6 back rows, and yeah, I'll be kind of fucked in that. Probably. I don't know. I've never played against TG Stun, so. But that's really the deck. That's pretty much all that changed. Oh, and one other thing. Ancient Fairy Dragon's probably gonna go back into the extra deck somehow with once Dark Worlds come out. Just because it can hit that field spell pretty nicely and then grab the Closed Forest. And you know, I never really noticed how awesome my Ghost Rare Ancient Fairy Dragon looked here. That looks pretty nice. So that's pretty much the update. I have duels. Since locals, I had a local tournament shop now in my town, or my city, Sioux City. And I've been going the locals every Saturday, and believe it or not, I get first every single time I go there. Except for once I got second. And the reason is because the very first time, the first 6 or 7 weeks we went there, the store was not sanctioned, so it wasn't sanctioned by Konami, so we didn't play under a ban list. It was just pretty much bring your cards and play. So it was me and my buddy Tyler were the only ones who played sanctioned decks, because you know we practiced for like regionals and stuff, and everybody else just ran like the most random shit that you'll ever see in your life. And so a lot of times you would get like sacked by like stuff like Painful Choice and Change of Heart. And like you weren't expecting it, and then so you get kind of sacked. But I still came in first like every single time. People hate my scrap deck. They're afraid of it, and they really don't like to play me. But I really don't care. And then so like 2 weeks ago we actually got sanctioned, and we're gonna have like sneak peeks there and stuff. And hopefully eventually we might be able to get a regional here. That would be really sick, actually, to have a regional in Sioux City. And so now that we're sanctioned, we'll have sneak peeks and stuff. And I brought my video camera, and there's a young lady that holds the camera for us, and she's very good at it. And then my buddies and we play. And so I have a couple duels recorded, particularly like the finals. One of them I'm not gonna upload because I misplayed like so badly, and that like it would be horrible. But the other games that I have are pretty good games, and we'll probably upload those so you can see how my dueling style is. Because on my channel I really don't have any videos of me dueling. It's just of my decks. So, and speaking of my channel, YouTube told me to apply for partnership because my Rockston the Tier 1 series, like, that was like the biggest shock ever. Like, there was a little box up there and it was like, hey, apply for partnership due to your video Rockston the Tier 1, a new series. And I was like, who the hell, like, why would they even offer me partnership? That only has like 300 views. And like, if anything, it should probably be I'm kind of ranting now, but it should be my wave 2 tens that I opened up like last year that had like the best pulls of my life. Like, that thing has like 900 views now. It's actually pretty sweet. But for some reason, YouTube like told me to apply for partnership, and I'm not going to apply for partnership because I'm too lazy to be a partner, and I don't put up content that enough people like. Like this video is probably only get like 30 views at the most, 30. So that's probably about it. I mean, this is a freaking 15-minute long video, and I probably rambled on for enough. So thank you all for watching my scrap timber video. I guess I'll call it scrap timber scraps. September scraps 2011. I've been away for a while just because I've been lazy. But I'm hopefully gonna try and kick that habit and start uploading a little bit more regularly again. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to check out some of my other stuff. So other than that, the Hawkinator out. See you guys next time. Take care.